Hi, I'm Bea from Bea's Designs. I'm going to do this wee video just to let you see, it's a tip really. I find most trousers and leggings these days are cut just a bit too low for me, and basically what happens is because they're slightly too low on the tummy, then you've got a bit of a roll hanging over the top, which I don't like. So what I'm going to do, I have discovered this by accident actually, as one day I found a pair of just jeggings, the jeans type stroke leggings type trousers, and bought them, got them home, and discovered on the label they were actually maternity wear. However, I tried them on anyway because they had the broad band up at the top that most maternity clothing have, and I thought, oh, these are quite comfy. So I've gotten this idea that I will take all of my leggings and trousers and put the broad band on them, because quite a lot of the time I love a pair of trousers when I see them in the shop, but I just know by looking at them that they're cut too low and they just won't sit where I want them to sit, and it has put me off buying them basically. So now I've discovered this, I'll go ahead and buy them anyway, and it's not that long of a job to actually change the waistband that's on them to put the broader band on. So what I have here, just a normal pair of black leggings, which are always handy in the winter time to throw on a nice big woolly sweater over the top. And most times they just have like an inch broad elastic on them, but they're just cut too low and they sit sort of right here, and I end up with a bubble over the top. So what I'm gearing towards is take the inch band off and put a 3-inch band on. Making it broad keeps the middle part of the tummy nice and flat. It also brings them up high enough that they're not slipping down all the time. So what you need is your trousers, a piece of t-shirty fabric. These are generally t-shirty come lycra type fabric. This, would you believe, is just the bottom of an old black t-shirt. And a piece of broad elastic. Now if you're going to your local sewing shop or whatever to get this, just get enough that it goes around your middle and can be slightly overlapped. You don't want them so loose that they're going to slide down off you and you have to keep pulling them up. And remember, when you're bringing it up that bit higher, you're coming to your waist, not hipsters, to your waist. So generally speaking, your waist is that bit smaller. So what we're going to do today is simply cut off the inch band at the top. Now previously I've done one or two pair, and what I did was I actually ripped the stitching out, ripped the whole waistband out, took the elastic off, didn't cut anything off the top of the trousers, but it meant when I was putting my broad band on, the band was way too high. So basically you're cutting an inch band off, but you're going to put a 3-inch band on, which means the waistband's actually going to be 2 inches higher, which for me is perfect. Now I've got my piece of t-shirt fabric. So bearing in mind that these are cut lower, so your piece that you're adding back on, we want to cut slightly smaller than your trousers, if you can see the difference here, because we want this to stretch slightly. Again, remember, you're coming up to your waist, so your waist slightly smaller. And I've got my elastic. Now I'm going to be moving in and out of shop because I'm alone today trying to do this, so I'll be disappearing from the table to go and see to the recording and come back again. Back again. I'm working here on an industrial lock stitch machine, but it's perfectly okay to do it on a domestic machine. What I'm going to do first of all is join my elastic so that it makes a circle waistband. Just slightly doubled up over. And plenty of back tack to keep it nice and secure. And my t-shirty piece, same. And we have again a circular piece. Fold your circular piece in half with your seams to the inside, wrong sides together, like so, and that forms your band, doubled. Slot your elastic in between. Okay, so you've made a nice casing for your elastic. This is going to make your band. And just join that together. Now the t-shirt piece that I have used to make the new waistband is cut an inch wider than the elastic, just to allow me to sew right up close to the edge of the elastic without actually stitching it into the fabric. Running your foot along, you can feel the edge of the elastic inside the casing, so you're running the side of your foot just along the edge of the elastic. There we go. That's where I'm going to put this light out of the way so that you can see. There you go. This is your new waistband. And the inch extra that I have cut, you can see here. This gives me something to work on when I'm attaching it back to the trousers. So, my band had 2 wee seams in the sides, which is good to line up with your trousers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut, you lay your leggings out flat and get your 2 sides. These particular leggings don't have any side seams, so what I'm about to do is just cut a little notch at the side. This gives me a marker to position the side seams on the band. So we're going to slip the band over the top of the leggings, and we're going to line up the little notch, the little V, with the side seam. And we're going to sew on the band side because you've already got a row of stitching that you can follow. Get started, a little bit of a back tack, and then you can go to the other side, find your little notch again, and line up with the side seam again. And if you take all and straighten it out nice and flat, that gives you position to sew. I'll just line it up again. to the next side seam and turn everything around. You're basically working in a circular motion. Just a little bit of pressure, just a small amount of stretch as you're sewing round so that your stitch doesn't crack whenever you stretch your trousers or leggings when you go to put them on. The machine can be set to sew on stretch fabric, but I still like to hold back just a little bit to give me that little bit extra. Keep your stitch down quite small, not teeny tiny but quite small, and there we go, a nice broad band on the leggings, and that'll sit nicely just at my tummy area to keep the wibbly wobbly bit nice and flat. Now, just to finish them off, I'm going to use an overlocker or a serger, as some people call them, just to neaten up the edge. Basically just to give it a little bit of a professional finish. If I wasn't that bothered about them, I would maybe just stitch around them again on a lock stitch machine and just leave it at that. T-shirt fabric doesn't fray or anything, so you could basically do without the overlock part. Okay, my little overlock serger machine is just of the domestic variety, and I'm just going to go right round these just to neaten them up and take a little bit of the edge off. And again, a little bit of pressure, just hold back a little bit. Just for a little bit of stretch. Now, here we go. All nice and neat. All finished off nicely. Now we've got a 3-inch band instead of a 1-inch band. I hope to share some more tips with you, so if you want to come back, please like if you like. If there's anything at all you want to ask questions about or anything I can help you with, leave a comment and I'll get back to you ASAP. Thank you for watching.